Well, I've often told people that I live about 500 metres from the Mekong River, so I'm just going to take a quick walk down the road here and show you. It is so pretty along here. This is one of the little soys off the main road, and I'm a little bit jealous. I'd love to be able to live in one of these little soys off the main road. It's so much quieter. I'm not a great fan of a lot of noise, and we get a fair amount from the traffic, so I just have to upset one of the neighbour's dogs. So never mind. So yeah, we just have to keep on going and put up with it, I guess, for now. This is just coming up to the banks of the Mekong River now, just over this little hill. And there you have it. This always seems a bit surreal to me because across the riverbank, of course, is Laos. Such a pretty little area though, and they've built this little platform where people can come and sit and eat. It's a beautiful day, it's really warm in this sun. Got these steps here, and there's a little Buddha house there where people come and make their offerings to Buddha. Steps are a little bit steep, so I have to watch my step as I go down. The Mekong is an extremely fast river though, and some say it can get up to about 40 knots in the rainy season. And across there is Laos. Such a beautiful day today. Some people have asked me about expat life and how difficult it is, and what are the advantages and disadvantages, and I've covered some of this in previous videos. But another question that I get asked is, do I miss home? And the answer is yes and no. I miss my family, especially my mum, and I miss silly things, especially food. Certain food items that I can't get out here. What I wouldn't do for a steak and kidney pudding. I'm not talking about steak and kidney pie, I'm talking about suet pudding. Oh, I used to love a steak and kidney pudding. And it's just simple things like that. So yeah, silly things that you miss. So if you're thinking about becoming an expat, just be prepared that some things in life you will certainly miss. And really it depends on where you are as well. If you move to another Western style country, then the chances are you'll be able to get what you want, and there won't be a huge amount of change, but if you try something like this, it is something completely different, and it will take a lot of adjustment. There are lots of expats that I've seen come and go over the years simply because they can't adapt, they can't or won't change their lifestyles. Certainly in places like Phuket, where I was living, it's different. It's become very, very westernised. There are Western shopping facilities, food, you can pretty much get what you want now. You're going to pay for it. It's inordinately expensive. To give you an idea, tax on food stuff is essentially just basically doubles the price. It's as simple as that. I remember when I first came here to Thailand, and I'd gone to the shopping mall, and there was a car exhibition going on for new cars. And one of those vehicles was a Volvo. Now I drove Volvo back in the UK, and I thought, well, I'll take a quick look. It turned out it was 3 times the price of what I'd paid back in the UK. And the UK is well known for having expensive vehicles in terms of what the consumer pays. So I was really, really shocked. It does take a lot of work to be an expat. It requires careful planning, and that's one thing I would say to anybody. If you're thinking about making the move and breaking away from it all and trying something completely different, then go for it. You have but one life, so you might as well live it to how you want to live it. Remember, there's no such thing as being trapped. You know, you can always go back. Try to be pragmatic about what you're doing and the approach you take to life. That's the biggest thing. And just remember, whatever culture you adopt, it is an adopted culture. It'll never be your own. So you'll just have to accept that things are different. Yeah, just try and be pragmatic about you know, the surroundings, the culture, and the lifestyle that you're going to sign up for. There are literally thousands of people every year that decide to change their way of living completely and get on a plane and land wherever they want to land and try their best to adapt. Many of them don't make it. My advice, if you're going to become an expat, doesn't matter what country you choose, whether it's Thailand, the United States, it's irrelevant. Do your research, and there's plenty of research material available online. Plan for a 6-month stay. It's a lot of people that go on holiday fall in love with the location they're in and then decide they want to up sticks and move there. The reality is that a holiday life and expat life bear no resemblance whatsoever. Absolutely none. You've got all sorts of considerations. Money, the culture, where you're going to live. Can you afford to stay there? Can you actually get the appropriate paperwork to allow you to stay there, i.e. the visas? There are so many things that you need to explore. And I would say that once you've found a place, then plan on a 6-month contingency. In other words, plan to go there for 6 months. Try it out, see how you feel. See whether you really miss home that much and your friends and your family. That will be the biggest wrench of all. A lot of people that eventually go back to wherever they came from is because they miss the family too much. It is, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, it is the hardest thing to do. I certainly miss my family. We're coming up to Christmas, and I haven't celebrated Christmas in 13 years. And I don't miss the commercialisation of it. I miss the opportunity for the family to get together, sit round a table, eat some food, have a few drinks, and just enjoy each other's company. It's one of the few times of the year that we actually get to do it, and I miss it. Here, there is no Christmas. We won't be celebrating Christmas. Our little boy, Fam, he has no concept of it. If you ask him what a Christmas tree was, he would just look at you sideways. He just doesn't know, any more than he knows what a PlayStation is or an Xbox. He no idea at all. Christmas Day for us will be spent working on the farm. You know, and when you look at it like that, you need to ask yourself, could you do the same? Could you sacrifice what you know and completely turn it on its head? There are many, many people who can't. Like I said, I've been at this for 13 years now, and I can assure you of this. As much as I love it here, and I truly do, I have a great wife, great son. Our life is difficult, but simple. There are times where I dearly miss not being home. And at this time of year, more so. So if you're going to move, if you decide that you would like to give the expat life a go, then don't let anybody discourage you. Give it a go. Life is about exploration and trying to discover who we really are. And I've learnt more about myself in the last 13 years than I have in the previous 40. You do learn an awful lot about yourself, and you begin to realise what's really important to you as well. I mean, I used to take my family for granted. We all lived within a sort of a 10-mile radius. But it will be the simple things, the very, very simple things that you take for granted that will come back to haunt you. And that's expat life, I'm afraid. That is the truth of the matter. There's no denying it, and there's no escaping it. Do I regret it? No. I got to the point where I really didn't like being in England anymore. It didn't really have anything to offer me. I didn't find it fulfilling in any way. I hated my job. Got to the point I hated my life. And so I decided on a move. I did a very silly thing. I put a pin in a map and went for it. There was no real planning. And it wasn't until I'd spent 6 months here that I realised just how difficult it was. I almost gave up. I almost got to the point where I was going to get on the plane and go back. The reason I didn't, of course, because I knew what I was going back to, and it would have been, for me, just misery. And I don't think you can live like that. I just don't think you can. I've got a very, very good friend of mine. He's an American, comes from Alabama, and he still lives in Phuket. He's now 77 years of age, and I call him Dad. He is one super fella. He's one of the happiest people I've ever met. And he always says to me, son, if you can't walk around with a smile on your face, don't bother walking around. Life's too short not to be happy. You know, do what you want to do with your life. It's your life, it's nobody else's. Yes, of course, we all have responsibilities. I have them. And but it doesn't mean that you can't fit in what you want with the rest of your responsibilities. You just have to figure a way of doing it. Look at me, I'm a prime example of it. If it costs $5 to get round the world, I couldn't even afford to get outside the front door. And yet here I am, yeah, living in northern Thailand, in what I think are stunning surroundings, and I'm happy. Never been happy, especially when I'm on the farm. I don't really know what it is. I can't put a precise thing on it. I wish I could, but I can't. I think it's just everything, the surroundings, the nature, the healthy lifestyle. It just makes me happy. And as it happens, it makes my wife happy, and it makes my son happy. So I may have very little money, but I have a very rich life. And I think that's what most of us strive for. But the bottom line is, if you're going to do it, do your research and decide where you want to go and where you want to be, and then give it a go for 6 months. And if you still love it after 6 months, you'll still love it after 20 years. Well, I hope this has helped you a little bit. I hope you enjoyed the scenery here. I'll leave you with just a little bit of what I see every day. Enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys.